How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Pokémon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Last time, we explored a new wing inside of Team Rainbow Rocket's castle, where we came face to face with Cyrus, the boss of Team Galactic of the Sinnoh region. This time, we're gonna head up this wing of the castle here, and see who is next in line for us to fight. We're gonna avoid this Rocket Grunt because, to be honest, again, we don't really need to face any more of them. However, oh, I love that they did this. Okay, so if you remember the original puzzles in the Kanto games, they had the glaring... Were they Meowths or were they Persians? They had statues that would be alerted to your movements. In here, they're Meowths, and they look actually really, really cool. Like, they're super impressive. We're gonna go ahead and press that. They even make the Meowth cry noise. That's pretty awesome. We're gonna get a calcium here. Okay, we're gonna step on this portal because, again, we probably don't need to fight anybody. We'll fight people if we need to. But for the most part, we really don't need to fight anybody. Okay. So, let's step on the back of you. We're gonna turn you this way. And, okay, so that alerts you? You literally have the shadowy crosshair thing, like, 5 times, and now you get alerted to me? That's wild. That is weird programming. Nonetheless, we are challenged by yet another Rainbow Rocket Grunt. This one only has one Pokemon. Gee, what a shocker. This one's gonna have Arbok. Okay, well, we do have Venom in front, which, I mean, we could handle probably no problem at this point. Would it be even worth it to set up a nasty plot? I don't think so. I'm just gonna go for Dragon Pulses. Even if it takes 3, I'm comfortable at this point just doing that. Okay, no, it only is gonna take 2. That's actually great. Venom is coming on up in the world. My giant dragon, my giant poisonous dragon, making headway. Another Dragon Pulse, more than enough to take out Arbok. Perfect. There we go. As we have defeated this Rainbow Rocket Grunt. Alright, and now the perfect thing is this Rainbow Rocket Grunt will not annoy us whatsoever. However, in order to get this item, I have to do a couple of things here. I think... Okay, I have to hit the statue this way. Then, I need to be super careful about going this way. Yes. Perfect. A PP up. Now, if you do get caught in the crosshairs while you've done, like, a good majority of these puzzles, it unfortunately will reset your entire progress. So definitely try not to get spotted by any of these. That way you don't have to do these puzzles over and over again. These puzzles are probably the most annoying of all of them, to be honest, because one slight turn, one wrong move, and you're pretty screwed, so... Alright, let's go ahead and turn you. Okay. In order to get this item, I'm gonna have to turn this one. Okay. Then I'm gonna need to turn this one. Okay. Let's be careful. Perfect. Let's go ahead and grab this cell battery. Ooh, that'll help boost electric type attacks. And then, now, need to turn you. Oh, wait, need to turn you from this side. There we go. And then turn you. Perfect, there we go. Alright, let's step on the warp panel. And that already leads us to the end. Wow, they really didn't skimp out on the battles ahead of Archie and Maxie, and these ones, you can basically avoid, like, all of them. That's actually pretty crazy. You may have been able to get past the Meowth statues, but you can't get past me. Alright, here we go. We've been challenged by a male Rainbow Rocket Grunt that has 2 Pokemon. Ooh, go off, King. Alright, this Grunt is going to start with a Muck, which actually probably isn't that great for me, because more than likely it's going to use Minimize, so you know what? We're going to set up with Nasty Plot. We're gonna use Nasty Plot twice, and then we're gonna hope that there's no Minimize or an explosion. Okay, never mind. I guess this Muck was super afraid to actually battle me because it's just gonna explode all over Venom's face. Venom does get taken out. Unfortunately, Pokemon Refresh doesn't do the funniest thing imaginable and make us live on 1 HP. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay, I mean, I guess I'll go into Elizabeth. More than likely a poison type. Fearow! Wow, I was way far off. Okay. The only thing I can use on it that'll do somewhat decent damage is Psychic. However, it can't hurt me. Giga Impact would have hurt any other Pokemon on my team except Elizabeth. But thankfully, being a ghostly sandcastle, I am impervious to Giga Impact. Psychic one more time is gonna be more than enough to take out Fearow, which means this male Rainbow Rocket Grunt is a finito. Yeesh, you should just turn 360 degrees and get out of here. Alright, and this Rainbow Rocket Grunt, the female one, only has 1 Pokemon, so they actually did reverse it. In actuality, that's pretty cool. Finally, the male Grunt gets 2 Pokemon. Alright, Triton's gonna come out against this Tentacruel, which is not a great matchup at all for me. Okay, we're gonna have to switch into Gwen, because that is my best bet, to be honest, besides Rocco, even though Rocco is weak to the water type, so... yeah, actually, no, Gwen is my best option. Scald is gonna come out. Hopefully it doesn't burn me. Of course it burns me as soon as I say it. Awesome. Love that. Thankfully, I am a special attacker, though, so a Thunderbolt is not gonna be affected by the minus attack stat application based off of being burnt. Thunderbolt is gonna be enough to take out Tentacruel. Awesome. Excellent. Which means we have defeated this female Rainbow Rocket Grunt. Okay, so we are in a bit of a pickle, because as of right now, I do not have any more revives. Well, I mean, I have 2 max revives, but I don't really want to use... you know what? Actually, I take that back. I'm gonna revive Venom, but I am gonna switch Venom out to not be at the front of the party. Just because it'd make no sense for me to keep my lowest leveled Pokemon in the very front. So everybody is now all healed up, which is great, excellent, perfect. I'm gonna have to switch out, though. I think... I mean, I might as well go with my tried and true, right? I might as well use my starter in the front. I think that makes the most sense. Alright, let's see who's up next. You must be the intruder I keep hearing about. I am Lysandre. I had triggered my ultimate weapon to wipe out all the fools, everyone except Team Flare. But at that moment, a bright light swallowed me, and I wandered into this world. No matter, my purpose remains the same. Which world I'm in is not important. The only way to create a world where people live in beauty, a world without conflict or theft. Behind me, you see 2 buttons. One will open the path for you and help you move forward. The other will trigger my ultimate weapon and destroy all that there is in this world. So make your choice. I believe being a chosen one means you have the potential to change the future. Whether we activate the ultimate weapon, or leave it safely underground, will rest upon if you actually have the potential or not. I mean, you are the leader of Team Flare, so Red is calling to me. Unfortunately, you are not the chosen one. You will destroy the world you tried to protect by your own hand. However, there is still time before my ultimate weapon is fully activated. Press the other one before it fires, and you will be able to stop it. Of course, I refuse to allow that, so I will keep you busy for a moment. The future you want, or the future I want? Let us see which one is more deserving, shall we? Here we go, we have been challenged by Lysandre, the boss of Team Flare. He has 5 Pokemon, the first of which is gonna be Minshao, level 65, fighting type, with inner focus for the ability. With the moves, Fake Out, which is more than likely gonna use, High Jump Kick, Dual Chop, and U-Turn. However, I probably should spoil to you that it doesn't matter which button you press there before this battle. They're both gonna lead to the same statement. You have to battle him either way. Unfortunately, there's no funny haha cutscene programmed into the game where you press the button, save the day, and then he's just like, alright, cool, I'm gonna head out. No, you have to battle him regardless. It does not matter which button you press. Although it would have been cool if they did do that, but you know, I guess beggars can't be choosers. Minshao is going to go down to a Dazzling Gleam, Triton's going to grow to level 72, and nobody else is going to gain experience. Alright, Lysandre's next Pokemon is going to be Pyroar, level 65, Fire Normal type with Rivalry for the ability. With the moves, Flamethrower, Hyper Voice, Snarl, and Will-O-Wisp. I've always thought that Pyroar is literally the perfect Pokemon for Lysandre because their hair is basically the same. At least male Pyroar is basically the same as Lysandre. Flamethrower on Elizabeth is going to do about half, but we are going to hit an Earth Power, and that is going to be more than enough to take out Pyroar. Excellent, excellent job. Way to go, Elizabeth. Leftover's gonna heal us up just a little bit, as his next Pokemon is gonna come out, and it is gonna be Honchkrow, level 65, Dark Flying type with Insomnia for the ability. With the moves, Dark Pulse, Heat Wave, Psychic, and Shadow Ball. So a little bit different compared to the Honchkrow that Cyrus had. Thankfully, they didn't just copy and paste it like they did the Archie Maxi Pokemon that they share. Let's go ahead and switch into Gwen. I am at risk for Heat Wave, but more than likely the AI is either going to use Shadow Ball or Dark Pulse, so we should be relatively okay here. That still did about half damage, my goodness. And it is faster than me, which means I'm probably going down here. Yeah. Okay. Not ideal at all. Alright, I'm gonna push the big red button. Rocco, come on out. Didn't really want to go into you right now, but you know, sometimes I have to make my own sacrifices. Stone Edge, I'm gonna push that big button, and Honchkrow is gonna go down almost instantaneously. Rocco's gonna grow to level 75. Caffeine is going to grow to level 67. Awesome. Lysandre's next Pokemon is going to be Gyarados, level 65, Water Flying type, with Intimidate for the ability. With the moves, Crunch, Waterfall, Earthquake, and Stone Edge. Speaking of Stone Edge, we're going to use our own. Oh, by the way, did I forget to mention? His Gyarados can Mega Evolve because it's holding the Gyarados site. As a Mega Gyarados, it has Mold Breaker for the ability. Basically, the opposite sex Pokemon, you get, like, a better chance of hitting them or something. I don't remember what Mold Breaker does off the top of my head. All I know is it affects the opposite sex. Okay, Elizabeth goes down, which is not great. Also, its typing is now Water Dark instead of Water Flying, because it's basically now... I mean, it's still kind of like a hot air balloon that you would probably see at, like, a Chinese New Year, so I don't know, man. I probably would have still kept it Water Flying, but, you know. Actually, I probably would have made it Water Dragon if I had to choose, but, you know, that's just me. A lot of the Mega Pokemon, even the new ones that came out in Legends EA, a lot of them I probably would have changed their typings, but, you know, it's neither here nor there. I'm not in charge of that, clearly, but, you know, I digress. We're going to use Wood Hammer to take out Mega Gyarados. Excellent, thank you, Caffeine. However, that is going to be enough to take myself out, too. Awesome. Love that. Okay, now we are in a little bit of trouble, because I need to pick a Pokemon, and I'm not sure who I should technically choose. I think I'm gonna go with Elizabeth. The thing is, I do not have any revives, so I do need to pick my poison here, essentially. I mean, I do have a max revive, but anyway. If you are playing Ultra Moon, Lysandre's final Pokemon is gonna be the legendary from Pokemon Y, Yveltal, level 67. Dark Flying type with Dark Aura for the ability. With the moves, Oblivion Wing, Air Slash, Psychic, and Shadow Ball. If you are playing Ultra Sun, instead he will have Xerneas, level 67, Fairy type with Fairy Aura for the ability. With the moves, Geomancy, Moonblast, Thunderbolt, and Psyshock. I could use a Fairy type that couldn't really hit me at this point, instead of a Dark Flying type that could do way too much damage. I think I need to use my max revive on Rocco, so I think I'm gonna do that now. Shadow Ball is gonna come out from Yveltal. I did live it, but I mean, I can't really hit Yveltal with anything, so I'm basically using Elizabeth as healing fodder right now, because I'm gonna end up using a full restore on Triton here, just so Triton can be at full HP. Now, I think I want to send out Triton. Oh my god, we actually lived. Are you serious? I think I want to send out Triton just to see if I can get chip damage off and possibly take out Yveltal with Triton. The only thing I can really hit this with is Shadow Ball, so... I mean, I will try. I'm not expecting to live again with Pokemon Refresh. Yeah, I go down. Yeah. Wishful thinking. Oblivion Wing and Air Slash will hurt, but I need to see how well Triton stacks up against one of the more recent legendary Pokemon. Alright, Triton. I mean, Moonblast is my best bet, so let's see. Oblivion Wing coming out. We actually tank that quite well. Oblivion Wing does heal HP, so if it survives this Moonblast, which it didn't, thank God, but if Yveltal had survived the Moonblast and used Oblivion Wing again, it would have healed up half the HP of damage that it did to me. But regardless, we have defeated Lysandre of Team Flare. The strength to protect, huh? Very well. Go on. Press the button. Alright, yes sir, we will. Let's go ahead and press the blue button. You may have stopped my ultimate weapon, and also you have taken one more step toward your goal. Maybe If my world had a trainer like you, the path I chose could have been different. No, nothing can change me now. If there is a path to creating a beautiful world, then that is the path that I must take, even if it means I can only save a handful of the old world. So as we further and further get into these battles, the bosses kind of drop a little bit of extra lore, saying that the reason that they won in these alternate timelines they were pulled from is because the main protagonist of those games did not exist. So yeah, that's a really dark alternate timeline that I honestly would like to see one day. A game where the bad guys actually win, and then you have to try to reverse it, sounds rather cool. Anyway, with that being said, that is going to do it for this episode of Pokémon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Now that we have access to the warp panel to the main chamber, or I guess grand lab room or whatever, within Aether Paradise, you already know what's bound to happen. We're pretty much here at the end of this arc. But we're gonna have to wait and see what happens next. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I will see you then.